Alright, let's help Sam. Come on, Spark. Let's go, Sparkler. There you go. Ooh, it's purple. Ish pink. Sam, you're upside down. Why is your toast the same color? It's nice to meet you.
Ahoy there, Samfire.
Morris and Sparky! Oh, lovely to see you both.
Good morning.
What can I do for you two?
Well, we wanted to ask you something. It's about Aggie.
She doesn't have long left now, does she?
No.
Poor thing.
No, not long at all. We were hoping you might replace her as custodian.
Oh, Morris. I spent years of my life as harbour master trying to keep people from meddling with nature. I don't feel any differently now. I'm appreciative of all Aggie has sacrificed for us, but the island spirit isn't evil. It just needs to erupt from time to time.
Yeah, but it's
And
gonna
if
kill
it needs
everybody.
to now, let it, I say. Let nature do what it must. As the fish folk say, the tides will tell.
Yeah.
So everybody
Yeah,
deserves
Sam,
to
I
die.
hear that. I really do.
No. No, Morris. We can't just give up.
Now, we'll talk about this in a bit, Sparky. Sam, it's always good to see you. Will you be around later?
I think I will. A volcanic eruption is a rare and beautiful thing. I think I'd like to see it.
Yeah? That might not be good for everyone else, though. That's pretty. That's a pretty shot.
Okay, we just need to talk to Aggie. She'll know what to do.
No, Sparky. I've been thinking about it, and I think Samfire's right. I think it's maybe time to let the town go.
No, Morris. It's not.
No, it's all right, Sparky girl. It's over. This isn't my town anymore. The only ones around here who remember me are ghosts.
That's not true.
Everybody's
No,
gonna
it
turn into a
is.
ghost. It's a fucking volcano, dude.
That's all right.
They're gonna die.
Truly it is. Everything for a season and all that.
Huh?
And I miss the people I knew.
Well,
The
you're
people who've moved
going
on.
to meet them again.
I want to
If you
see
let
them
this
again.
happen.
I think I will take Pete No-Chop on his offer and head into the west with him. Shelmerston doesn't need Morris Lupton any longer.
Morris Lupton, you will not give up. You have been granted a precious responsibility and you will honor it.
Sparky?
I'm sorry about that.
Is
Remember
Sparky
when I told you
Aggie?
I was mostly Sparky? I am, but mostly.
Then what else are you?
I am the rock that you stand on.
You're
The
Aggie.
wood you people built this town from. The magma bubbling beneath your feet. I am Shelmerston. And right now, I want to erupt. But I have also made connections to the things that live here. Connections I want to keep alive. I need you, Morris.
Right.
Right, yeah,
Well,
right. My
and-
dog's fucking crazy.
I'm still your Sparky. And I need you, Morris. We all do.
Oh, Sparky.
I know you feel forgotten. I know you want to move on. I do too, but I can't until I wrap up this last bit of unfinished business. Will you try one last avenue with me? If we still can't find a solution, then I'll be done. It'll all be done, and we can go into the West together.
Sure.
Please.
All right, Sparky. One last try. But who else is there to talk to?
Aggie.
Aggie?
Oh, so you're
But
not Aggie?
Where is she? I mean, she's everywhere, isn't she?
She is. But I can sniff her out. I just need some mementos.
But where would we find mementos from back then? Oh.
We're going to the museum, guys.
Back to your museum,
Yeah.
Morris.
Alright, okay. Sure, why not? Everything else hasn't been psychotic? Mm-mm. No siree. Shelmerston Museum.
Ah. Well, it's reopened. Well, I suppose that's good. You need to keep up the footfall. Everything has to move on.
Well, yes, but, you know, it is still your museum, Morris. It wouldn't be here without you.
Ah, it was never my museum, Sparky. It was Shelmerston's. It's changing, but... you know, I think it should.
So how long
So,
has
what
went
happens
by
now?
since we started
How do we
this?
find 4,000-year-old memories?
Ah.
Because he asked her,
Come with
and she
me,
said, "I'll
Morris.
fucking know."
There's one more thing I ought to show you.
Oh, okay, Sparky.
What? Hi. Museum reception desk. I'm sorry that your parents named you that. You didn't deserve that. Geode. Scale of the lighthouse. Grankin model. Fuck them bitches. No one cares about their ass. Oh! Festival of the Sea! For as long as anyone can remember, the people of Shelmerston have celebrated the Festival of the Sea, which takes place in midsummer equinox. A week after feasting and sports. A week of feasting and sports. Traditional sea breeds are baked to cast into the dormant volcano crater on Shelmerston Park to give thanks to the spirit of the island for its protection. Oh, okay, so they're like, they're offerings. The first day, the final day of the festival is known as Aggie's Day, named after the mythological, ooh, we're starting off great, figure said to have saved the island in ancient times and marked mostly by fish folk, both local and wild. Why can't I read? Gathering together on the beach and singing songs in their native language. Oh, they're manatees. The Morlo are manatees. I don't know why I didn't put that together by the sculpture and the pictures and everything. But they're manatees. Okay. Barbaric slaughter of the Morlos. Their use in industry and the Save the Morlos campaign, which finally... what? Which finally ended by annual call and made them protected animal in the waters of Shelmerston. That makes sense. Wreck of the HMS Mentor. In 1802, the HMS Mentor weighed anchor and left Shelmerston, setting sail for Portsmouth, England. Laden with the cargo of archaeological treasures from the island, including the famous Shelmerston Stone, as it reached open waters, a sub-sea earthquake and a resulting tsunami swamped the ship and sank it, with the loss of all hands. Okay, so that's great. The Tupiquetan migration. For centuries, the birds of the island in Tupiqueta in the Indian Ocean have migrated to Shelmerston. Originally, they would come here to lay their eggs and raise their young, but these days they mostly come here for holidays. Diving bell. This is the reproduction of a diving bell used by the RRS Dogmatic in its recovery for the archaeological treasures from the wreck of the HMS Mentor in 1989. The Shelmerston fishfolk have been in talks to use the original as an underwater sauna, utilizing volcanic vents off the coast. Story of the Shelmerston Lighthouse. 1807 it was built, exhibited its construction, features a number of historical items, yada yada yada, fishing, Kelter Cup, Sheller Cup, relief map. Oh. Okay. I haven't seen anything pop up. Do I have to go into them? Yeah, it doesn't seem like any of them are what I need to be looking at yet, at least. Grancy knitting? Okay. But this is about Aggie.
Well,
yeah.
don't suppose I'll ever look at Aggie's room the same way again, will I?
Morris, take a look at those skulls, please.
The
Yeah.
skulls? Well, they have memories inside them? Oh, that's rather morbid, Sparky.
Not quite.
Why?
Look, I didn't explain this before because
I
I
don't
felt
see
things
how
were
they could have
confusing enough.
memories.
But
The
that
memories are held in the
slicing is a
brain.
bit more powerful than I've led you to believe.
Oh,
Well,
what
bone
do you
memory
mean?
can
Well,
also be a thing.
We aren't limited to memories of people who are
but it's
alive.
usually for something that's
People are bounded by time, but memories aren't.
used to kill them.
Check it out.
Like, bone memory as in, like, you were stabbed with a knife or you were cut and shot, and there's bone memory of what happened. That's a whole ass body. I didn't even realize that. What? Bronze Age human skull. Amazing. Oh. Hello.
Oh, I didn't think dead stomachs could get queasy, but here we are. Where are we, Sparky?
When are we, Morris? This is Shelmerston in Aggie's time. You should be able to find some memories of her here.
You are some dog, Sparky.
Huh. Okay. Sure. How? What? Oh. I'm just super zoomed in. I thought it was waiting because I couldn't go more left. Okay. Okay. Hello. Unpa. One of the village elders and widely respected for her advice and wisdom. Okay. Unpa. Unnapa. Unnapa.
It was the worst night in the world when Aggie was born. It began in the old village, the one swept away by the rivers of fire. The ground shook and the earth split open and spat sparks. The sun hid and the huts burst into flame as we fled.
Oh. That's... Again, I forgot I was supposed to be doing something. Sorry. I'm like listening to the story and being like, wow, that's crazy. Well, I'm
I
supposed to
thought
be
we
doing
would
shit.
all die. Everyone washed in the burning orange death. And Aggie's mother howling with the pain of the child coming.
Did you sacrifice her as a
As
child?
far as the cliff top by the sea. The mountain was still roaring and roaring. The rock ran in rivers toward the sea. The air smelled of death and poison.
Lovely.
But Aggie was perfect. Small and angry, her tiny fists pummeling the air. I used my knife to cut the cord.
That's a pretty knife.
We chose a spot for the new village, closer to the beach. The burning rivers cooled to pumice and black glass.
Huh.
I made sure everyone knew that a life that began in this way would be special. Not everyone believed me, but Aggie proved me right.
Okay.
My goodness. Giving birth like that must have been awful.
Yeah.
What a terrifying situation.
So, where do you think that knife is? Should we look around here, or...?
No, I'm pretty sure I've seen that knife before. Back at the museum, I reckon.
Okay, Morris, let's go.
Oh, okay. So that's all that's here? I guess so. Alright. So we're going through each of their memories, I guess, to get through this stuff. To get all this stuff, not through this stuff. Oh! They framed him? That poor owl. It's a beautiful owl. Huge wingspan. Knife. Is it that knife? Is that it? Bronze ritual knife. Oh, I didn't read what it said. Sorry. I just realized.
Beautiful.
It is.
To think that people had not long stopped using flint tools when this was made.
There
Ow.
is so much history in this knife.
Ooh.
I'd love to see what else it got up to.
Okay. Right.
I'm getting the scent of Grenkins again, Morris. I'll pop up to let you know when we're close to one.
Don't. Please don't, Sparky. Alright, who's the next head? I don't care, Sparky! Who do we got? Wait, we don't got a name for you? Oh, the other one didn't have a name either. Oh. Bird. Whoa. What are you? Are you goats? Yeah, you're little goats. There's people on these goats. There you are. The priestess's hut. Safi, the priestess, is preparing a tincture for Kirk. Okay, I don't know what that means. Kirk is one of the few fish people to regularly visit the village and share knowledge with the villagers. Okay. Hello. Aggie's friend. Oh.
Of course we watched her. We had heard of her birth and seen her on the shore. Her feet sometimes in the seawater, her body in the sun. We did not show
I like the
ourselves
colors
at
of this
first.
one. It reminds me of
As a
Volcano.
test, we left the mirror on the black shore, born of the volcano on the same day as her, and waited to see what would happen. To see if it called to her.
This really is a Moana situation.
She picked it up, turned it from side to side. She took it home. The next time I saw her, I introduced myself. We sang together, and I showed her how the mirror worked. How if you emptied your mind and thought of air and light and sea, you would see things in its surface. How things would unfurl in the future. Aggie was better at mirror gazing than any of us sea folk.
Oh. Okay.
She saw a girl, her own daughter not yet born, as leader of the dry folk. I told Aggie to keep on gazing into that mirror, that one day the island would need something more than a leader.
Oh. So, are we gonna find her daughter?
Oh, I had a box of rocks that looked like that mirror somewhere. Where did I put it?
I'm guessing back at the museum. You put it somewhere. You put it... Whoops. I don't remember seeing it, but that doesn't mean I haven't. Oh! It is not known how this bird managed to get trapped in the diving bell. Man, it's just gonna die in there, or? Okay. Swimming cat. Borborus, the Bosphorus. Borborus? Excuse me? What does that say? Miscellaneous volcanic rock, 1989 or 86, 89. Oh, mirrored rock. Jeez. I went around the entire museum twice and could not find that.
Whoa. This thing is really powerful, Morris. Can you feel it?
Sure. It's pretty. This piece of volcanic rock is very finely polished, with swirling patterns carved into the reverse. Carved on the reverse. Yeah, reverse. That doesn't sound right. Okay. Who's next? Who's here? Ceremonial stone. I like the colors and everything. It's like an autumn. Hello. Who are you? Ibony. Ibony? The chief hunter of the village. No one can outdraw Ibony with a bow. I love your mohawk. That's cool as shit.
I was always fearless. My mother Aggie told me there was nothing I couldn't do.
Oh.
With Otsul and without. I
You're
hunted
the
the
child.
deer in the woods and the hares on the mountain, all before I had taken my first lover.
Okay.
And younger still, one time Aggie had me knock her tooth out when she was in terrible pain. I didn't mind even when the blood poured out. It was easy for me.
Oh. Okay.
Spears and knives were my nature. Death and courage were my meat and drink. I knew about Aggie's mirror, of course, but did not believe all of it.
Okay. So...
When Aggie warned us the
What?
Molo was sick and there would be fewer calves for the following years, none of us listened. It was to be my first cull. I wanted their blood. It was my nature. We would not take less of the Molo just because an old woman told us to.
Oh, you have a great mindset.
She came to the beach after the Molo slaughter. her hair wild, eyes burning with fury, raged and shouted like a woman out of her mind. "We had killed too many," she said. Then she left the village, told us she was done with all of us, forever.
That...
As Otsul marked me with oil and blood, I did not mourn my mother leaving. I was young and foolish, and the sight of her ashamed me.
Oh.
But of course, I did not see what was to come.
So, what happened?
To think that they were still having the same arguments about the Morrow way back in the Bronze Age.
Aggie must have sensed the trouble ahead. Maybe she was trying to find a way to prevent it.
Yeah, maybe. Because she wanted to save the place that she lived. Oh. Why are they going out of order? I'm going in the order that they're coming up. What is that? It's like a little pan thing. Okay. Let's find you. Oh, is it this? Yeah. Bone-carved Morlow oil lamp.
What a beautiful object. Delighted to have it in our museum.
Yeah. Okay. Who we got now? What's gonna happen? Lord only knows. Hello, the hunters. Ibni is giving Anya a bow lesson. Lamole is sharpening his harpoon, and Burwal is preparing dried Morlow meat. That's what's happening here. Okay. Oh, there we are. Good pen. Hello. Oh, we're back with Kirk. Okay. Can I see?
She was alone, and I would bring her food sometimes, samphire and sea urchins. She would make dry food and we would eat it together. Textures unlike any we knew that broke apart in your hands and in your mouth.
Samphire and sea urchins? Wait, Samphire was named after something? Is that something? I thought it was just a name, like a regular name kind of thing. Is it like a type of fish?
Together, make tea together. We became her family. The dry folk left her alone.
Aw, it's kind of sad.
She had a companion for a few seasons, a hind, who came down from the mountain and slept at her fire.
Aww.
And then, for a few more, a golden hare that ate from her hand.
Okay.
One night, we all felt it. Those of us in the water and those above. The island waking, rumbling, alive again, more furious than before.
Is this when the tsunami happened?
I found Aggie awake, tending her fire, unsleeping, unresting, staring into her mirror. She told me she'd seen the island sinking into orange fire and boiling sea, lost forever above and below. The village and our town in the sea caves, all gone.
Uh-oh.
Aggie went to the shore and blew the sinistral shell, calling our people up from the water. Aggie sang for them, the oldest song, and we spoke for some time. That night, the sea and sky was all the same color, a deep gray blue like a mackerel's back without the glitter.
Ooh.
As the dawn approached, Aggie left the beach to return to her people.
Oh, did she
Tell them
sacrifice
what
herself?
must be done.
Did she sacrifice herself in the volcano
I-
to stop it?
I'm not sure. I want to see what happens next.
We have to, Morris.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we're already here, so okay. I have seen that. It's a shell, but Lord knows where. There's so much. Like, this game is so pretty and everything, but like, there's just so much, you know? So much to look at. So much to do, so much to see, so what's wrong with taking the back streets? Sinistral shell. Sinistral shells are extremely rare examples of shells which are left-handed. They turn anti-clockwise. These shells are often played by fish folk as accompaniment to their songs. Oh. It's a pretty shell. I like the markings in the color.
Such a small thing. But it changed the entire course of our island.
Yeah. Okay. Last one, I'm guessing? No, because there's one more. So I'm guessing we're getting one after. Like we usually do, I should say. Hello. Did we start with Kirk? Oh, who are you? Otzu, the village elder in charge of passing down the history and stories of the village to the next generation. Okay.
We heard the shell and knew Aggie had returned. Ibni was the leader then. It had taken many seasons, more than we would have liked, but there were finally enough Morlo again, and our village was growing. We were strong.
Yeah,
Some of the younger ones didn't know Aggie and didn't want to hear her. Called her a moon-shot crone. But Ibni looked in her mother's face and saw the truth of it. The end would come. The earth was growling again. There would be hot rivers of death and clouds of poison. But Aggie brought us the answer. She would give herself to the island. Ibni's voice shook. Surely a deer or a goat would be enough. The year's finest, blackest calf. Aggie cast down her eyes and shook her head. We all knew. I offered my blade, but Aggie turned me away. She took her knife that had cut her own cord the night the volcano last erupted and wrapped Ibni's fingers tight around the bone hilt. It must be you, Ibni, she said, and it must be now before the sun comes up. This day, this morning, or we are all gone.
She made her daughter do it.
The people, the island.
She made her daughter kill her.
Aggie embraced her daughter. Ibni whispered something, but I could not catch the words. Both women's faces shone with tears. Aggie sat on the ceremonial stone, the tears streaming now from all of us. Aggie delivered her final message. She told us her body must not be burned or given to the sea, but lain in the earth of the island beneath the mountain. Ibni was shaking, and then I realized it was not just Ibni. The whole island was trembling under our feet, waking up. Aggie told Ibni to be quick, the end was coming. As Aggie took Ibni's hand and guided the knife to her side, we saw the fish folk rising from the sea, hundreds of them, so many. I had no idea there were so many.
Yeah.
Aggie was quiet the whole time.
they
Ibni
are
cried out.
in the ocean.
A sound of longing and hurting from her heart like I had never heard. Then she fell silent, and as Aggie's life poured from her body, the island and everything on it fell suddenly still. Utterly still. We wept then,
Jeez.
in sorrow and relief. Then the fish folk were among us, countless, numberless. One embraced Ibni, holding her up as it seemed her own legs might give way. When the sun came up that day, land and sea folk stood together for the first time, talking and singing the old songs, Aggie's songs, together. Ibni and the fish folk took Aggie up onto the mountain. They laid her in the peat alongside the knife and all the things she would need on her journey. Ibni watched over Aggie for days afterwards. Before she was covered, she placed a sacred carved stone, Aggie's beloved hair, inside her mother's mouth to guide her and help her keep the mountain still forever. And so it was.
Okay. Why her mouth?
Aggie. Now that's bravery.
Yeah, and you dug her up. Okay, gotta go find the bunny. Wait, it was in her mouth. Is it still in her mouth? Oh. Oh. That's weird. Carved hair. Relics like this have been discovered in the mouth cavity of a number of skulls dating from this period. It is thought they were placed after death in the belief that they would protect the deceased in the afterlife. Oh. Mouth bunny.
Hey, Sparky, it feels a bit, disrespectful looking inside Aggie's body like that.
You were the one who
You
dug her up and put her on a plinth, Morris.
What?
But I...
Relax, Morris. This body isn't Aggie anymore. She's long past needing this old thing.
Well, all right then.
Well, the erupting volcano says otherwise. Okay. Whoa. So fast.
Okay, Morris. I'll level with you. We absolutely didn't need to find Aggie's mementos in order for me to sniff her out. She's here, waiting for you. She has been this whole time.
What?
But then,
Sparky!
why did we need to visit the Bronze Age?
Aggie thought it was important for you to see those memories, so you would understand her path before you met her.
Well, that's
also,
fair.
Wasn't it cool?
That it was. The things I've seen now. Oh, Sparky, thank you so much. To think, for a while there, I was worried that being dead was gonna be boring.
You are very welcome, Morris. Okay, so, shall we go say hello to Aggie?
Yes.
We will on the next episode.